The nation's top infectious disease expert says the U.S. has COVID-19 under control. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alexsus Payne. Thanks for joining us. Dr. Anthony Fauci announced today the U.S. is in the control stage of the pandemic. This doesn't mean an end to COVID-19, but that things are...
KOMU8 News starts now.
Boone County residents can expect some changes to the way they get reported COVID numbers. Good evening, I'm Alexsus Payne.
And I'm Isabella Dunn. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. The Boone County Health Department announced the additions to its COVID-19 information hub.
Students in Columbia Public Schools may not have to wear masks starting early as January 4th. Good evening, I'm Alexsus Payne. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's get right to KMU8's Jacob Murphy. He's joining us live outside of the CPS board meeting to tell us about what's happening right now. Jacob?
Spring is just around the corner, but winter is not done. Good evening, I'm Sam Olson.
And I'm Alexsus Payne. Thanks for joining us. We start with KMU8's Chief Meteorologist, Kenton Jewicki.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started and look at satellite.
A new employer has opened their doors in Boonville. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alexsus Payne.
And I'm Logan Perone. Thanks for joining us. We start with KMU8's Jaden Jagtiani, who is in the studio after touring the facility earlier today. Jaden.
Welcome back. What's the oldest book you have in your house? Columbia Public Library's historic edition of the Columbia, Missouri Herald. They might have you beat.
KMU8's Jaden Jagtiani was at the library tonight where they held their first of many 100-year anniversary events. Jaden? Here's what's happening right now. The Metropolitan Water District of Southern California restricted outdoor water use for residents. Cities and water agencies are now required to cut their outdoor water usage to 1 day a week and enforce the new cutback. The change goes into effect June 1st. Today, Russian leaders enacted what European leaders are calling economic blackmail. Russian gas has been cut off from NATO. As the week progresses, Robert says it's smart to bring those packages in to be shipped before it gets too late. He says anything past this Wednesday is cutting it close if you want any packages to arrive before January. Coming up, how one Midwest grocery store is contributing to tornado relief efforts, plus how the Biden administration plans to spend $5 billion. Rapid COVID tests from the federal government are starting to be delivered. People who order tests should try to make sure that the packages aren't in the mailbox too long. The test kit, like similar brands, is supposed to be stored between 36 and 86. About 700 students were enrolled at Lincoln University in the fall, and next fall they'll pay more to attend. Starting August 1st, in-state students will pay $150 more in tuition per semester. Out-of-state students will pay $270 more. Both will pay $150 more for room and board. The Moberly Area Community College Health Jaden, new teachers in the Columbia Public School District will receive a higher starting pay. According to the Columbia Missourian, the new starting salary for teachers will be $40,000 next year. CPS and the Teachers Union reached a new agreement earlier this week. Police Department is investigating a string of burglaries and car thefts that happened early Wednesday morning. According to JCPD press release, even local businesses reported burglaries just after midnight. One of those businesses was Family Pawn. Now here's a look at what we're following on KMU8 News at 10. The war between Ukraine and Russia has been going on for more than 2 months now. We'll tell you how many refugees have come to the U.S. due to the war. That's at 10.
Taking another look at our next 8 days, you can see that our temperatures are fairly steady. Again, the high temperature around 70 degrees, low temperature around 50, and we do have chances for rain in quite a bit of the 8-day forecast, but especially over the next 2 days here, especially on Thursday, especially along and south of I-70 there for that daytime, and then on Friday in the morning, we're all expecting showers and thunderstorms. Should be drier though on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the drier weekend, aren't you guys?
I think a lot of folks are. At least it's the weekend when it's drier. You can get outside and enjoy it.
That's our time. Thank you.
I had no idea the building looked that bad, and I'm worried sick. I just want to know if he's okay.
And search and rescue is ongoing as 6 people are now confirmed dead after part of a warehouse collapsed. This is KOMU8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU8 News starts now.
Cleanup work is underway in eastern Missouri after last night's severe weather. Good evening, I'm Julie Koharic. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll get to First Alert forecaster Daniel McDonald in just a few minutes. Before that, we have team coverage of the damage in St. Charles County, which affected 22 houses and left 1 person dead. KOM8's Ellie DeBeer has an update on relief efforts. But first, KOM8's Lucy Kale has been in Defiance, Missouri all day examining the damage. Lucy, what have you seen?
Make someone's day, because you never know how a person is feeling or what they're going through.
Today, dozens of cars lined up to receive meals from a drive-through food pantry. It was an opportunity for community members to get essential items for the holidays without even leaving their cars. Good evening, I'm Julie Herrick. Thanks for joining us tonight. KOM8's Ellie DeBeer is in the studio after going to the event. Ellie, what sort of items were handed out today? Welcome back. A Facebook group is documenting the locations of Mid-Missouri's best Christmas decorations. It's called the Columbia, Missouri Christmas Lights Locator. One member even created a map marking the exact addresses and houses of company displays. KOM8's Liza Mahacek is live at one house on that map. Liza, what makes this house so special?
Julie, I'm here at the Gingerbread House, and this is one of the many houses that has now opened itself to the public.
To the coming days ahead thereafter. That and chances of warming up towards Christmas. I'll have more on coming up in my full forecast.
Okay, thanks, Daniel. Buying gifts for loved ones can be expensive. With 1 week until Christmas, some parents are in need of a little extra assistance. KOM8's Elaine Tarpley is in the newsroom after speaking with one group that's trying to help. Delaney.
Julie, this afternoon I went to a holiday toy giveaway hosted. As summer begins, many parents are returning back to work in person and desperately searching for childcare options for their younger children. KOMU8's Alexsus Payne talked to a local preschool as well as a daycare who says they are at capacity.
Many parents are searching for immediate care as they are cleared to go back to work.
I would say we're getting anywhere between 8 and 10 calls a day from parents that are looking for care right now.
Tiger Tots Development Center owner Paul Prevost says with the demand of childcare being so high, it feels more like an August enrollment more than it does June. The preschool is reaching full capacity with only a few limited openings coming up.
It's definitely been a little bit overwhelming at times getting the number of calls that we have looking for care right away.
Prevost says he understands that parents are looking for a quality, safe place to take their children. Mary Lee Johnson Community Learning Center Executive Director says they are at full capacity.
We have a waiting list for every classroom that we have.
Littleton says they have seen a lot of parents looking for immediate care as well as an increase in requests for infant care.
We have 48 infants and toddlers, and then the rest are preschoolers.
Littleton believes the bigger issue that most daycares are facing is finding people to work.
This is a teaching position, but it doesn't pay like a public employee would be paid.
Littleton says they are very fortunate to have enough teachers in the early child care education field.
We are not paid well as early childhood teachers, so it is hard to obtain and then retain employees.
The center tries to provide flexibility and benefits to their employees that help with a lower wage. In Columbia, Alexsus Payne, KOMU8 News.
We contacted other local daycares and preschools in the area.
Well, there were a lot of cheers and some tears for a few dozen graduates. These graduates proved it's never too late to graduate. KOMU8's Alexsus Payne was there for it all and joins us in the newsroom. Alexis.
Emotions and excitement were at an all-time high earlier today as 34 graduates walked the stage and received their high school diploma.
Some of them use this as an opportunity to get a better career, to open a new door. Every story and every obstacle that they've had to overcome is different, and that's why the journey is so exciting for us. It's not just a second opportunity for our students, it's a second opportunity for us as educators.
It was a big day for Columbia's Goodwill Excel Center. It's a free high school that gives adults the chance to earn a high school diploma and college credit. The commencement happened this afternoon at Cosmo Park. Staff, family, and friends joined the graduates. The center's mission is to change lives through the power of work.
It's not just a school. If you apply yourself, the teachers are there for you, and they're more like family if you let them know what you're going through, and they go beyond trying to make you achieve your goals.
Including today's graduates, the 4 Goodwill Excel Centers in Missouri have given out 483 high school diplomas the past 2 years. In the newsroom, Alexsus Payne, KOMU8 News.